Welcome to the Criteria Collection. I am Chang Brothers, and we're doing a segment today where we're going to interview some prolific filmmakers. I have here today D.H. Fleischman. Have you ever seen a movie before?
I've seen a couple movies, yes. I'm not a fan, personally.
We are at Criteria. We usually have, or they usually have, I'm just a guest here as well. They usually have the best movies ever made on Earth. And that actually leads me to UFOs are real. Do you think UFOs are real?
After viewing this, Chang, I'm not so certain anymore. This is actually a typo on this box. It's a rare edition. There should be a question mark here, and it's pronounced UFOs are real.
So it's like a question.
Yeah, and the answer is no, they're not.
I don't know. Have you heard of the Toronto Blue Jays?
They're a baseball team. My father was quite the Blue Jays fan. Was this '89?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was at this particular game. We can see the CN Tower here in the audience. My father would have been right in the middle there somewhere. And I wasn't allowed to go to the game. I wasn't ready for baseball at such a young age. I was 16, 17 at the time, and they felt I wasn't ready to go into
baseball.
A city. No. I have actually seen some of these movies. One of them here is Danielle Steele's Daddy, Chang. And for those of you who don't know, it's a touching story of. Well,
is it a porn?
It's a lot more complicated than that, Chang. The daddy in this movie, his name is Oliver, and his wife leaves him for whatever reason, and then his kids blame the father for the loss of the wife. It's a touching film. That's the first 15 minutes. The rest of it is hardcore.
This is one of Plato's philosophical questions. So he goes from the allegory of the cave to can death begin in the colon?
The colon is the cave of the body, Chang. One film here that I haven't seen before is the complete home composting video guide with ecological horticulturist Howard Stern.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about this?
Classic.
It's intriguing.
I do actually.
I'm unfamiliar.
So this is actually a Russian filmmaker named Bordolovsky. They made this into a video game as well. You compost in bins, you plant plants, you go to sleep, you pay your taxes. It's arguably one of the best movies ever made. We are now doing our favorite segment of the night. Guess the title of the film.
I'm ready, Chang. Let's do this.
Faster, stronger, and fiercer than ever, these dinosaurs will both amaze and frighten. By combining state-of-the-art computer animation with live-action landscapes, will marvel as these fearsome creatures roar.
I'm gonna go with Dinosaur Rumble, Chang.
When dinosaurs roamed America.
Oh.
So we just kind of have to wrap it up here. So
okay.
We just have a word from our sponsor that.
Today's episode of the Criteria Collection is brought to you by Cola Health, the society dedicated to colon awareness and colon prevention. They hate colons, Chang.
Welcome back to Criteria.
I'm Gary Silverberg.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
I like your shirt. What's it mean?
Well, it was actually given to me by my Taiwanese girlfriend. We're no longer together, but I still hold this memento as, how she really actually kickstarted my film career. She was in my first movie, Planes, Trains, and Highly Powered Operated Cranes.
Obviously, we talk about movies. Criteria has the best movies ever made.
They do.
I'm going to ask you if you've seen these.
Sure.
Laughs, gaffes, and goofs.
I was really thinking of doing a biopic on the fix of the 1919 World Series. Shoeless Jimmy Johnson. The sort of main guy.
He played without shoes, right?
I think that's where he must have got the name. It was a different time. It was a different league. The Cowboy Way. Look at that. Oh, and it's two just incredible actors. How the East was won, which is kind of a fun flip on the whole.
Twist, right?
The twist on everyone always thinks Wild West, but what about was the East wild? The East must have been wild at some point, right?
Wild at one point.
I think this is actually set in New York, which is kind of fun. I've always wanted to go, but I'm not allowed to. So
can you talk about it?
Well, I could. The long and short of it is I killed a hooker.
Pootie Tang. So Pootie means pussy. Tang is a flavor. Pussy flavored. What are your thoughts?
Well, this looks, yeah. Like, I dare say the best of both worlds, tragedy and comedy. I have to watch this.
You should watch it. You can keep it. Keep it.
Really?
It's the only copy we have, but you can keep it. And now for our next segment, Guess That Tape. It's true 10% of bass fishermen catch 90% of the bass. Why? Because they have taken the time to learn the secrets for consistent success. The best way to become an expert is to learn from one J.S. Warburton, professional outdoorsman.
J.S. Warburton. Is that The Revenant? The Revenant, right?
How to catch bass.
An instructional, of course. Of course!
Actually featuring Larry Nixon as well.
Is he related to Richard Nixon in any way?
He's his second cousin.
Wow.
Larry Nixon. He ran for president as well.
And he obviously,
He
might have done a better job, which is the funnier thing.
He didn't do so well.
If we had a fisherman in office, I think things would be a whole lot different. But...
And now a word from our sponsor, Christian Science Evangelism. Christian Science. It's real.
It works.
Did you know that the Earth was created 6,000 years ago about?
They're good people, and they mean well. And they're not as bad as people think. I think there's a lot of misguided, opinions out there of who they are, and they've had a real tough go of things in the past couple hundred years. They used to be top of the pops. I'm just happy that they have my back, and yours.
Thanks for joining us.